There were 50 billion visits and almost 17 million favorites. You have probably scrolled through the front page on Roblox and stumbled upon a game called Blox Fruits. Now, with hundreds of thousands or sometimes a million active players, you wonder, what is so different about this game than the others? And for those who play it, you might be wondering, what makes it so addictive? Well, in this video, I'll be explaining just that, so stick around till the end. Number 1, the Dopamine Loop. Now, every time you level up or see a new item being showcased by your favorite YouTuber or TikToker, you think it is really cool and you want it, of course. So you start grinding for it. You either farm NPCs, farm more levels, or try getting more fragments, but without realizing, you get lost in this process and unknowingly end up spending hours. Brain releases dopamine, the feel-good hormone, once you finally unlock that item you've always wanted. But here's the catch: once you get bored of the item, you see another one on TikTok or YouTube, and once again, it's the same mindless loop, which is why you end up grinding away for hours on end and are sort of stuck in this never-ending cycle of dopamine. Number 2, PvP recognition. If you're an experienced Blox Fruits player and have spent enough time in the PvP community, you would know how good it feels to win a fight against a well-known player, which leads to you getting recognized, admired, and gaining the respect of other PvP players. Humans in general are wired to notice status signals, things that show who's on top in a group. In Blox Fruits, bounty hunting or winning PvP battles equals status. Brain rewards you with dopamine and serotonin when you climb higher in status. I interviewed my friend Horse Monster and I asked him the following questions. Okay, now interview with Horse Monster, and there we go. Alright, so the first question for you. Do you find Blox Fruits addictive?
Do I find Blox Fruits addictive?
Yeah, do you
It's
find
only it's only addictive if you're like higher up in the community.
high role in the community? Can you elaborate on that?
If you're higher up in the community, you're gonna keep on remembering. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like once you reach the top, right? It's like you don't want anyone else to be above you because you know you're better than them. So whenever you quit for a little while, right? People will like start saying that they're better than you. And for that reason, it gets addictive because you're gonna keep on coming back everybody somebody says that. Just so you can put them back down in their place.
After my interview with Horace, here's what I concluded. Horace's ideology resonates with my thesis. After our discussion, we both unanimously agreed that the reason why Blox Fruits is so addictive on the PvP side is mainly because of the desire of being top 1 and competing for it mindlessly. Number 3, update loop. Now, similar to the dopamine loop, the update loop has 6 components: anticipation, discovery, resetting progress goals, social contingent, reward reinforcement, and the cooldown phase. The devs know exactly what they're doing. They stall updates just enough to make players dread for them. When the new update finally drops, player accounts skyrocket. Everyone logs in instantly, not because of pure excitement, but because they've been seeing clips, leaks, and update now live posts all over social media. That triggers the fear of missing out. You don't want to be the only one who doesn't have the new fruit or hasn't explored the new island yet. And every update, the devs raise the level cap, pushing players back into the grind. The longer you play, the more likely you are to buy boosts like 2 times XP, which means more playtime and more money for the devs. It's a perfectly designed cycle: tease, wait, hype, drop, grind, and repeat. Number 4, the endless progression. There's never really a moment in Blox Fruits where you can actually say, I'm done. No matter what level you reach, what fruit you unlock, or how strong you think your build is, there's always something more waiting for you. Every update brings a new level cap, a new island, or a new awakening to grind for, and each of those things feels just close enough that your brain tells you you're almost there, just one request. But that one more turns into 10, then 20, then a few more hours that you didn't even realize you spent. And every time you finally get that new item or reach that next goal, it feels amazing for a while, until you see someone else with something newer, something stronger, or something rarer. That's when it hits you. You're not done. You're never really done. It's like climbing a staircase that just never ends. Every step feels rewarding, but the top always moves higher. The game keeps shifting the goalposts just far enough to keep you chasing, and that's what it makes it so addictive. It gives you you the illusion of completion, but never actually lets you feel complete. Every new update resets the race, and suddenly, all that time you spent grinding feels like it matters again, because you have another reason to keep going. That endless cycle of "I'm close but not quite there" is what keeps millions of players logging in, chasing a finish line that doesn't exist. Number 5. Too deep to quit. There's one psychological trick Blox Fruits uses that most players don't even realize, and it's one of the strongest addiction triggers in any game. It's something I call too deep to quit. The idea is simple: the more time, effort, or money you invest into something, the harder it becomes to walk away from it, even if you're not having fun anymore. And Blox Fruits is built around this idea. You spend hours grinding levels, you farm mastery from multiple weapons, you awaken fruits, you reroll races, you spend fragments, you farm bosses, you optimize your build, and once you finally get somewhere, your brain tells you, "I can't quit now, I've already put too much into this." Even if you're bored, even if the grind doesn't feel fun anymore, you stay because quitting would feel like wasting all that progress you worked for, and that's the trap. The game constantly reminds you of how far you've come, your stats, your fruits, your mastery, your bounty, all of it keeps you emotionally invested. It convinces you that you're too deep to quit, so instead of logging off, you just push a little bit further, one more level, one more raid, one more scroll, one more hour, and before you know it, you're right back in the cycle. Number 6. Variable rewards, aka the Gacha effect. There's one mechanic in Blox Fruits that's more addictive than leveling, more addictive than PvP, even more addictive than the updates themselves, and it's the variable reward system. In simple words, it's the Gacha effect. The same psychology used in casinos, loot boxes, and minigames. Every time you roll for a fruit at the Blox Fruits dealer, hope a rare fruit spawns on the map, open a random chest, run a raid for drops, farm C events, or open scrolls hoping for something good, you're gambling with your time, not for Robux, but for dopamine, because you're never guaranteed the item you want. Sometimes you get mid, sometimes you get something useless, and sometimes you get something insanely rare. Your brain loves that unpredictability. It keeps you thinking, okay, one more try, I might get something good this time. And that one more try turns into 10, then 20, then suddenly half your day is gone without you even realizing. This is called a variable reward schedule, and it is proven to be one of the most addictive systems in human psychology. Your brain gets hooked on the possibility of something rare, not the guarantee, and Blox Fruits uses this perfectly. Every fruit roll, every drop chance, every boss reward is designed to keep you chasing that next dopamine hit. Even when the odds are terrible, your brain keeps telling you, maybe this time. And that's why people keep grinding, not because they need the fruit, but because the chance feels impossible to walk away from. So after breaking all of this down, the dopamine loop, the PvP status chase, the update cycle, endless progression, the too deep to quit trap, and the gacha style variable rewards, it becomes pretty clear. Blox Fruits isn't addictive by accident, it's addictive by design. Every system in the game is built to keep you grinding just a little bit longer. It rewards you just enough to keep you excited, but never enough to make you feel finished. And that's why millions of players log in every day, not because they're forced to, but because the game keeps pulling them back in with the promise of just one more. It's a cycle that's incredibly hard to escape, and honestly, that's what makes Blox Fruits such a genius game at its core. But now that you understand why it's so addictive, hopefully you can play the game more cautiously, or at the very least, recognize the systems that are pulling you in. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment what topic you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.